As a homeowner, the safety of my family is always my top priority. Like many, I had always worried about the possibility of a break-in. I had heard the stories, friends, neighbors, and even colleagues who had their homes invaded. The thought of someone violating our safe space where my children sleep and where we share our most intimate moments was terrifying. That's why, after much research, I decided to invest in 30-second security. And just a few weeks ago, that decision paid off in a way I could never have imagined. This is my story on how 30-second security saved my home. The night it happened. A calm night, until it wasn't. It was an ordinary night. My wife and I had just put the kids to bed, and we were settling down to watch a movie. The house was quiet, the kids were asleep, and for once, everything felt peaceful. But as I was about to drift off to sleep, my phone buzzed with a notification from the 30-second security app. It was an alert that something had triggered the system. My heart raced as I grabbed my phone to see what was going on. The threat approaches. The app showed a live feed from the drone that had been deployed. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. An intruder was carefully making his way around the side of our house, trying to find an entry point. My mind raced as I thought about what could happen next. But before I could even process the situation, I saw the drone descend, its lights flashing as it recorded the intruder's every move. Taking control. In that moment, I felt something I never expected to feel during a potential break-in. Control. The system had already alerted the authorities, and I knew that everything was being documented. I didn't feel powerless or afraid. Instead, I felt like I was in charge of the situation. I turned on the outdoor lights remotely from the app, and the intruder immediately froze, realizing he was being watched. Within seconds, he turned and ran, completely abandoning his attempt to break into our home. The aftermath. Safety restored. The police arrived shortly after, and thanks to the video footage captured by the drone, they were able to identify the intruder. But more importantly, my family was safe. We weren't left with broken windows, stolen belongings, or the emotional scars that so many others have had to endure after a break-in. Instead, we were able to go back to bed, knowing that our home and our loved ones were protected. The impact on our family. The next morning, we talked to our kids about what had happened. My wife and I explained that our security system had done its job, that it had kept us safe. What could have been a terrifying ordeal turned into a teaching moment for our children, reinforcing the importance of safety and the peace of mind that comes with being prepared. Instead of living in fear, we felt empowered by our decision to invest in 30-second security. A new perspective on home security. This experience has completely changed how I think about home security. In the past, I might have thought that a traditional alarm system was enough, that just having something in place would deter a criminal. But now I understand that real security isn't just about sounding an alarm after the fact, it's about preventing the break-in from happening at all. That's what 30-second security does, and that's why I'll never go back to a traditional system. Why 30-second security makes all the difference, and how 30-second security saved my home. Proactive protection. Unlike traditional systems that only react after an intruder has already entered your home, 30-second security is designed to stop them in their tracks. The drones are deployed the moment a threat is detected, giving you the upper hand and taking control away from the intruder. This proactive approach means that by the time the police arrive, the situation is already under control. Peace of mind. Since installing 30-second security, my family and I have felt a sense of peace that we didn't even realize we were missing. We no longer worry about what might happen in the middle of the night, or whether we'll come home to find our house ransacked. Instead, we know that we have a system in place that is actively working to keep us safe, no matter what. Empowerment in your own home. There's nothing more important than feeling safe in your own home. 30-second security gives you that power. It puts the control back in your hands, allowing you to protect your family and your property in real time. For us, it's been a game changer, and I can't recommend it enough to anyone who's looking for a way to truly safeguard their home. Call to action. That night could have ended very differently if we hadn't had 30-second security in place. But instead of waking up to devastation, we woke up to the reassurance that our home is protected by a system that really works. It's not just about having a security system, it's about having the right one. And for my family, 30-second security is